The Journey of the Whispering Wind, a 15-minute calming bedtime story far beyond the mountains. Past the soft rolling hills and quiet lakes, there lived a small breeze named Wispa. Wispa wasn't like the strong winds that roared across the sky or the playful gusts that danced around tree branches. She was gentle, so gentle that sometimes people didn't even notice she was there. But Wispa didn't mind. She enjoyed drifting through peaceful meadows, brushing across tall grass, and listening to the world breathe. Every morning the sun rose above the mountains, painting the sky in soft pink and gold. Wispa would wake with the first light, stretch across the fields, and glide through the calm air. She loved visiting her favorite places, the quiet river that glimmered like silver, the forest where leaves whispered their stories, and the old wooden bridge where she liked to hum tiny tunes through its railings. One day as Wispa drifted toward the river, she noticed something unusual. A small boy sitting alone by the water's edge. He hugged his knees tightly, staring at the rippling surface with sad eyes. Wispa floated closer. The boy whispered, "I wish someone could help me find Grandpa's garden, but I don't remember the way anymore." Wispa swirled softly around him, brushing against his cheek like a gentle hand. The boy blinked and looked up. A tiny smile formed. "You feel warm," he said quietly, like someone saying everything will be okay. Wispa glowed with happiness. She couldn't speak, but she could guide. She brushed his hair lightly, then drifted forward along the river path. The boy stood up. "You want me to follow?" Wispa shimmered in the sunlight, as if nodding. And so their gentle journey began. Part 1. The Forest of Soft Echoes. The path led into a wide forest where sunlight filtered through the trees like thin golden ribbons. Birds sang soft morning songs, and leaves rustled peacefully above. As they walked, Wispa floated ahead, brushing aside small branches and guiding the boy around roots and stones. Sometimes she would swirl around him, playing lightly with his sleeves to cheer him up. The boy laughed softly. "You're like a little friend made of air." Wispa twirled in joy deep in the forest. They reached a clearing filled with wildflowers of every color. Bluebells swayed gently, daisies nodded, and small fireflies danced among the petals, even though it wasn't yet evening. "What is this place?" the boy asked. Wispa drifted low over the flowers, making them sway in a slow, soothing wave, as if the whole meadow was greeting him. The boy closed his eyes. He took a deep breath. "It smells like Grandpa's stories," he said, "warm and peaceful." They rested there for a while, letting the gentle quiet settle around them like a blanket. Part 2. The Singing River. After some time, Wispa led the boy toward the river. The water sparkled under the sun, and tiny ripples shimmered like drifting stars. The boy stepped closer and listened. The river hummed a soft melody, a mix of trickling water, rustling leaves, and distant birdsong. "It sounds alive," he whispered. Wispa guided him along the river bank, where smooth stones lay scattered. She stirred the water gently, making the reflection of the sky ripple like a dream. They followed the river until it curved into a quiet place where willow trees dipped their long branches into the water. The boy touched the leaves. "They're soft, like Grandpa's hands." Wispa circled him with warmth. He wasn't sad now, just calm. Part 3. The Firefly Bridge. As evening approached, the sky faded into lavender and soft blue. Wispa led the boy to the old wooden bridge, where she liked to hum through the railings. Tonight, however, the bridge was glowing. Hundreds of fireflies flickered gently around it, floating like tiny lanterns. The boy gasped. It looks magical. Wispa swirled through the fireflies, and they responded by lighting up brighter. Drifting around the boy in a soft halo, one firefly landed on his hand. The boy smiled. Thank you. I really needed this. They stayed there until the sky turned deeper blue and the first stars twinkled. The wind felt cool and soft, like a lullaby. Part 4. The Forgotten Garden. Finally, Wispa guided the boy to the top of a small hill. At the very peak stood a wooden gate, old, covered in vines, but gentle-looking. The boy's eyes widened. This is Grandpa's garden. He pushed the gate open slowly. Inside was a quiet sanctuary filled with moonlit flowers, white blossoms glowing softly in the night, fragrant herbs and tiny glowing insects drifting above the petals. The boy walked inside, tears in his eyes but a smile on his face. I thought I'd never find it again, he whispered, but you brought me here. Wispa circled him softly, her breeze warm and comforting. The boy sat on a stone bench under a small tree where wind chimes hung. When Wispa passed,